Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I want to do a full review of the Apple Pencil first generation. I did an unboxing and first impressions on this a while back, so if you want to check that out, I'll put a link down below. But today I feel like I've had plenty of time to use this pencil, so let's talk about what I think about it. So first off, I got this pencil because I have the new 7th gen 10.2 inch iPad. I've never had an Apple Pencil before, so I figured I'd get one and try out some things like note taking, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later here. But first off, let's talk about the design of the Apple Pencil first generation. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that most of the things I talk about in this video have been fixed with the 2nd gen Apple Pencil, but if you have a certain iPad, you can only use the 1st gen Apple Pencil. So it's kind of a downfall there, but this pencil's not bad. A lot of people complain about it, but keep in mind those are the people that have used the 2nd gen pencil and then went back to this one. But let's talk about the design. So this is a glossy plastic. It looks really good, but the problem with that is it smudges up, it gets fingerprints, kind of greasy from your hands, and that causes it to be a little slippery. So you may find this thing sliding out of your hand sometimes, or you may find it hard to grip it. And one of the reasons why it's hard to grip is it's rounded. Now, yes, some pencils are rounded, but if you look at like a number 2 pencil, they're not completely round. They have like little flat spots in them, and that's to help you grip. Now, the 2nd gen pencil has fixed that problem, but with the 1st gen, you're kind of stuck like this. The leaf of this thing is the leaf of a normal number 2 pencil that hasn't been sharpened. It's a little bit taller though, but that's fixed once you take the cap off the top of the pencil. Speaking of the cap pops off and it reveals a lightning port. Now you gotta be careful because you could lose this little cap, but this pencil charges 2 ways. Number 1, you can plug it directly into the bottom of your iPad and let it charge up really quickly. Or it does come with a little adapter for a lightning cable, so you could in theory plug this thing into the wall. But most of the time you're going to plug it into the bottom of your iPad and let it charge up that way. The good news about charging this thing is it charges really quick. I mean, I think it takes about less than 5 minutes for this thing to get 100% charge, and it lasts forever. This thing gets me through all my note-taking sessions, no problem whatsoever. And it's really good about holding a charge in standby as well. Like you could leave this thing like laying there for several hours or even days, and it doesn't lose a single % of battery. So that's pretty cool. To pair the pencil up with your iPad, all you got to do is plug it into the bottom, and you'll see a little thing pop up on your screen asking if you want to pair it, and you simply hit it, and that's it. So let's talk about how this thing feels to write with, because that's pretty important, right? So this thing does have another tip that comes in the box with it. It's kind of a finer point tip, but the tip that comes on it is just fine. These tips just simply unscrew and screw back on, no problems. I did notice at one point my tip actually was coming off, so I had to screw it back in. Now the thing is, most iPads you're going to be using with this have a non-laminated display, so you may have a little bit of a gap between the tip of the pencil and the display, but that's really not a problem at all. I hardly notice it, and this thing writes really good. The pressure sensitivity is great. It feels like after a while that I'm just writing on a piece of paper with a normal pencil. I mean, that's how good it is. It is not as good as a 2nd gen pencil, but again, it's not a bad pencil. This thing is still really good. It doesn't get tiring to use it. I feel like it's a great feeling in the hand, I really do. And I mainly use this thing for note taking, so you can see some of my notes right here. And I write pages and pages, and this thing handles it just fine. It's incredible. It's really allowed me to go paperless these last few months, which is my ultimate goal. So my final thoughts here on the Apple Pencil first generation. I think it's still a great pencil. It works great with the 7th gen iPad as well as a few other ones. Again, the 2nd gen pencil does everything better, but this is still a great device to have. If you're on the fence about it, I know it's kind of expensive. I mean, $100 for this thing, but sometimes you can find a deal, and it's really a great accessory for your iPad. And you know, go to an Apple store, go to a Best Buy, try it out for yourself, I think it's worth the money. But anyways guys, that's all I got for you today. Let me know in the comments below, do you have a first gen Apple Pencil? Are you thinking about getting one? Or maybe you just want to go to the more expensive iPad Pro and Apple Pencil 2. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.